Welcome to More For Me by yours truly, Kat Necole. What up, homie? What's going on with you? Nothing like starting the episode in between takes and you got the little giggles. How's it going? I pray that all is well with you. If this is your first time joining us here on the Homieship, welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to all those homies. And either way it goes, it is a privilege and an honor to have you here with me. I appreciate you making the time to hang out with me. Why are we here? Man, that's a big question. What were we created for? Now, I'm just joking. Every week we come here to hang out, and I love to share my experiences, past and present. I reflect upon the past by looking at what I'm going through right now, and I share those stories, the hurdles, the challenges, the victories, strategies, and lessons learned, so that you can realize that you're not alone. I felt that before, and I don't want you to feel that. I want you to know now and believe that we were created for community. And this is a healthy community where you can come and kick it with your homies every week and do just that. Don't be alone. Kick it with us. What's a homie? A homie is a person that I consider near and dear. I can be authentically myself, tears, jokes, and all. And there's no judgment. It's a safe zone. There's a give, a take, a push, and a pull. But the challenge is always pushing you towards becoming the best version of yourself and holding you accountable to be all that you know God is calling you to be. So come here with the homies, kicking it every week to talk about my journey. I believe that I'm on a journey towards the destination of more that God has for me. And the good news is God has more for you too. More is literally more than you could ever imagine, think, or envision. Fancy, sophisticated, or just real chill and relaxed. God wants more for you, not just material things, but in this life and thereafter. He has and wants more for you. It's up to us to get it. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode. As always, the episodes aren't too long. Just want to be able to jump in, hit you with a little something. Maybe it's a challenge, maybe it's a thought, maybe it's a nugget of encouragement, but something to whet your palate and keep you going through the week. And as always, you can connect with me in the ways listed in the show description to journey with me further and allow for me to accompany you on your journey. I was thinking about out of office messages. You know how if you go out of office, your place of employment may tell you, hey, make sure you turn on your out of office so that people know that you won't be responding in a timely manner and or that you're unavailable and work won't be addressed while you're gone, or that they should direct anything that's urgent to so-and-so who sits at the cubicle next to you, blah, 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 right? And like, man, you can't be afraid to turn on your out of office. That sounds a little weird, but thinking about what does it mean to turn on your out of office? That means that you get to literally unplug, kind of check out and do you. And I wonder how many of us are afraid to unplug, kind of turn on that out of office, if you will. I know that there are a lot of things that I think about where I feel like I can't unplug. I shouldn't unplug. There's a danger if I unplug, for people at work. Like I hear my sister talk about it sometimes. She's like, her last job, she would say that she didn't really enjoy taking vacation because the people that were supposed to be her backups, either they didn't do the work or they did it carelessly and made mistakes that she still had to come back to and fix, which was even worse. It's worse to have to fix the work than just to do it the first time. And so she really didn't, she wanted to take vacations, but it was always this certain weight and burden associated with taking her vacation time and literally unplugging. And that's one way to look at it. But then the other side of it is, not just work and actually taking the time off, but even in your day to day, do you unplug? Are you willing to relax, to chill, to take care of yourself? Because I think that's what unplugging is about, right? Your company, they want you to turn on your out of office, take the vacation time, paid leave and all that jazz. Take that time, the company holidays to unplug, refresh so that you can be the best version of yourself when you show up on a job. And so in the job of life, are you willing to unplug? Do you take the time necessary to take care of yourself? Hmm? Awkward silence. Really, let's be honest with ourselves here. Of course, I stay on that transparency mode. Literally, there are certain things I will. I'm getting better at taking the time to take care of myself. But I think more than getting better at doing it, I am beginning to understand what it means to take care of myself. It's easy at first to fall into, oh, you know, self care is a big topic right now. Oh, you should get your nails done sometime. Go get a massage. Go to a dinner. Take yourself to the movies, right? And that stuff can work. It does. If it tickles your fancy, if that's what really gets you going, let's be like, oh, just go shopping. Hang out with a friend. Like, but really, what does it mean to take care of you? So not only should you be willing to unplug, but then also I think a big part of that is figuring out what does that even mean to take care of yourself. Some people like their work. Some people don't like getting massages. Some people don't enjoy going to the movies by themselves. Still in a pandemic. Some people don't want to go in public places and sit with a whole bunch of people in close quarters without air circulating. You have all these different things. So you really have to come to understand and become more aware of what makes you tick. I realized during the pandemic, I used to love to watch movies. And I used to love to watch movies that I had seen before over and over and over again. I think it really, really annoyed my husband because he was like, you want to watch the same movie again? I'm like, yes, for sure. Absolutely. And then I also used to be very limited. It was like, I'm only watching romantic comedies, not much else. I don't want to watch your action, but romantic comedies, I'm in there. Same sappy stories over and over again. But then during the pandemic, I would try to say, hey, okay, let me check out. I'm going to unplug. And I put on these movies and it was doing nothing for me. I'm like, I got to stop this. And so in this season, I moved away from that. So what is it now that actually makes me tick in terms of taking care of myself, relaxing, unplugging? I talk about this a lot, so it must be real for me. Walking, I love going outside now, and not just sun beaming on you 90 degrees and no cloud coverage. Not that type of outside time, but nice temperature, some sunshine. Yes, that's good for you, but not where you can barely walk around your block without just being grumpy. But I enjoy some outside time and being able to think, slow down, and just appreciate nature and the beauty of creation. But I know for myself that that's something that definitely helps me to relax. And by being able to slow down, literally, that's a way of me taking care of myself. And so that's just one of the ways that I kind of tune in these days and have become more aware of what it means to take care of me. Little things like what I eat, the quality of the food that I'm eating, making sure I get enough sleep, having healthy relationships and being able to communicate with those that I love when I get those who, when I interact with them, I get energy, creativity, and joy. All these things come from our interactions. Those are the type of things that I consider as self-care. Now, there are other things on the list, but I won't bore you there. But the point is really just to challenge you, man. Are you afraid to turn on the out of office sign? Do you know what it means to take care of yourself? When you're able to turn on your out of office indicator, what are you doing? Are you unplugging? Are you being refreshed? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you being rejuvenated? Or do you come just as wound up, stressed out, sleep deprived as you were before you left? Whatever your state, I encourage everybody, hey, let's all make sure we are doing ourselves a solid, that we make the time, right? You got to make the time. The time is available. Make the time to unplug and take care of yourself, whether you're literally going on vacation or it's just during a regular week and you're taking your Sabbath, but that you utilize that time to take care of you so that you can show up and show out when you do. All right, guys, that's all for this week. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll meet you here again next week. Same old, same time. But remember, in the meantime, in between time, God has more for me. God has more for you. Now let's get it. Take care.